Well, who would have thought we can get so many in Montgomery County? I hope a Governor Shapiro spy is in this room right now, because I want them to see that we're coming this November peacefully. And I want them to also know that this state, when President Obama was first elected, there were 1.2 million more registered Democrats than Republicans. Today, we are 52,900 active voters from flipping Pennsylvania.
Oh, yeah.
From blue to red. That is the lowest delta in modern history, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Scott Presler. I'm the son of a retired Navy captain. I am that long-haired Eagle Scout. And now, I am a Pennsylvanian. I started off with Greg Abbott in 2014, helped to defeat Hillary Clinton, and in 2024, I moved to your Commonwealth just to vote for Donald J. Trump.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I'm not here to fight with you guys, but I think I need to tell you why I founded my organization. My org is called earlyvoteaction.com. And some of you might be like, Scott, early voting, and you kind of tighten up for a second. But let's get into it. 2022, we should have had a beautiful red wave. Everyone was saying to me, Scott, it's going to be a tsunami. They were all saying, Scott, look, Putin just invaded Ukraine. We didn't have war under President Trump. Look at the crisis of the border. All of the illegal criminal aliens are coming into our country. And look at skyrocketing gas and food prices. They were like, we got this. We're good. What happened in 2022? Dr. Oz lost to John Fetterman in 2022. Bless his heart. Bless John Fetterman's heart. And we only gained a narrow majority in the House of Representatives. Do you know what happened on Election Day in 2022? Luzerne County, Pennsylvania, everyone here, a lot of people, they say to me, Scott, I want one day, one vote, one paper ballot. They ran out of paper ballots on Election Day in Luzerne County, Pennsylvania. In Nevada, it snowed on Election Day, and we lost the Senate seat by 8,000 votes when 150,000 Republicans stayed home. And in Arizona, the great state 48, where we should have Governor Carrie Lake right now, we should have Senator Carrie Lake right now, the machines went down on Election Day. And I was like, y'all, Joe Biden is going to get reelected unless we change things up and we shake up the system. So I founded my organization to go, okay, we're going to play the game here in Pennsylvania because Governor Shapiro's in charge and they have the state house. We don't control the state house. We only have the Senate. We are 2 Senate seats from becoming California. That's how dire 2026 is. And so we started off in Arizona, Nevada, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Michigan. And my mom said, Scott, if you're going to do one thing well, you do that one thing really well. And we focused all of our time on Pennsylvania. We last year hired 84 full-time staff, and we registered 50,000 voters in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Dave McCormick won his seat by 15,000 votes. So when County Commissioner Tom is telling you that voter registration makes a difference, I'm here to edify him talking about voter registration. I'm here to add validity and credibility to voter registration is how we're going to win this year, get all of our beautiful supervisor candidates from top to bottom of the ballot, and next year for that Governor Shapiro spy in the room with us, number one, make sure my hair looks good. But number two, we are going to defeat Governor Shapiro next year. So, how are we going to do it? Number one, who here has ever remembered the Republican Party pushing a no to retention campaign? Did any of you ever think about that in the last couple decades? No. It hasn't been done. There's only one judge in Pennsylvania history that has ever not been retained. You guys have this really funky system here where once a judge is elected, every 10 years, the people of Pennsylvania either decide, do we keep them or do we let them go? There's only been one judge that Pennsylvania has said no to, and that was in 2005. See, the Democrats and Republicans, they got this backroom deal. You know what they do? They say to each other, Democrats, I'm not going to go after you if you Republicans don't go after me. We have a 5-2 Democrat Supreme Court. Who is winning this game? Democrats. They are winning the backroom deal. So, you know, they're freaking out right now. The teachers' unions, the pipe fitters, the nurse unions, they're all sending out yes to retention, which shows you they are scared you know whatless about our campaign. So I'd like to explain this to you very briefly, but this is important. Do you guys remember Governor Wolf? I expected like more booze. Governor Wolf locked down the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. He locked down your schools, your churches, your businesses, right? Do you know who gave him the authority to lock you down? You got 3 Democrats on the Supreme Court. Justice Democrat Doherty, Justice Democrat Donahue, and Justice Democrat Wecht. They gave Governor Wolf the authority to shut you down. Those people are up for retention this November. Why would we allow them another 10 years on the bench? They were first elected in 2015. Should they stay for another 10 years? No. So I'm asking you guys to vote no to retention. And you hear me, if we kick all 3 off by doing a simple no majority vote, we will have a 2-2 Pennsylvania Supreme Court until 2027, when, in addition to re-electing, if the county commissioner chooses to run again, re-electing Tom DeVillo back into office, and taking the commissioner's court here in Montgomery County. That's an applause time. We can turn a 5-2 Democrat Supreme Court into a 5-2 Republican Supreme Court by 2028. Within your power. So my team is here. Pam, can you wave your arms around for me? Pamela Probson, wave your arms about. She's short. She's petite. Pam, we need you. Pamela Probson, ladies and gentlemen. Pamela is the Scott Presler of Montgomery County. She is an extension. Look at her hair. She is an extension of me. If you need to work with us, you work with Pam. You connect with Pam. And then we have Nicole here. And Nicole. It not only was it her birthday, we got the birthday girl, but she is a mom of 15 beautiful children. And she's over in Berks County and Schuylkill County. And so anybody here from Berks, you connect with Nicole. Nicole is an extension of me for Berks and for Schuylkill County. Thank you, ladies. Can we give them a round of applause? Some of you might say, but Scott, these justices, just shutting us down wasn't bad enough. Well, let me tell you what else they did. You remember in 2018 when they redrew your Pennsylvania maps? They gerrymandered our maps in 2018, which led to the impeachment of President Donald J. Trump. That was Doherty, Donahue, and Wecht. No to retention. You know what else they did? They allowed mail-in ballots to come 3 days after Election Day in 2020. Did you know that? They engineered and architected the stolen election of 2020. So if you want accountability, if you want justice, and if you want to defeat 3 Democrats and make Governor Shapiro shake in his boots, you vote no to retention this November. You got it! You'll notice these flyers that we sent around everywhere. One side says no, that's the justices. We have 2 good Republicans that I need your vote for. Who here knows about Maria Batista? Maria Batista needs to vote. This woman works as hard as I do. She's everywhere across this Commonwealth. Vote for Maria Batista for Superior Court. And Matt Wolford for Commonwealth Court. Yeah. Vote yes to Maria and Matt. Vote no to Donahue, Doherty, and Wecht. You got it? Yeah. I am here to be complimentary with an E, not an I. I'm here to work with the Montgomery County GOP. We're working with Chairman Raffi over in Chester County. I'm going to Philly tomorrow. Bucks County we flipped last year. Beaver County we flipped last year. Luzerne County we flipped last year. Erie County we're 5,000 voters from flipping the county from blue to red. Luzerne County we flipped that. We are going across this entire Commonwealth, and I promise you as I stand here, I'm going to do everything in my power because I want your legacy to be that by next year, going into the 2026 midterm election, we are going to have a plurality of registered Republican voters in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Last, this is critical, and I don't want to go on a downer note, but I have to say it. The May 20th primary was abysmal, and I'm not blaming anybody, I'm just telling you facts. 21% of Democrats voted in the primary. 21%, that's really bad too, it should be 30. Democrats only got 21% out. Tell me how many percentage points you think Republicans got out in the May 20th primary. Give me a number!
14.
13.
Oh, it better. 17.9%. 17.9 Republican, 21% Democrat. Had the election been in November, we would have lost everything. Maria would have lost. Matt would have lost. All the justices would have been retained. Supervisors would have lost. Every local person would have lost the election. It's not your election, guys. Please, you gotta vote by mail. You gotta vote early. Now, I want you to think about how we communicate this, because saying a mail-in ballot is not the way to go. You need to get into the head of what it means to be a conservative. What are we? We're planners. We're preppers. We prepare for emergencies. At your houses right now, you got food, you got water, you got batteries, you got everything that you need, right? You're laughing because you know. You are preppers. Why don't we prepare for elections? Why don't we have mail-in ballots, otherwise known as an emergency backup ballot, for God forbid you get into a car accident, you fall off of the ladder. Think about who the Republican Party is right now. We're working class America. Doctors, they're working a 12-hour shift. Pilots, what if they get a layover and it's snowing over here in Philadelphia or Pittsburgh? Union workers, construction workers, moms and dads. If you have 15 children, something might go wrong, God forbid, and you might have to take them to the hospital. So please, I really want you to be an active listener going into these next 3 months. Listen to your community. Hey, you got all these kids, why don't you get an emergency backup ballot? Why don't you get a mail-in ballot? Hey, you're a pilot, please get a mail-in ballot. We need your vote this November. And I just ask you, join the Montgomery County Party. I'm working with Heather, their executive director. Very glad to be working with the county commissioner. Think of us as collaborators in this. I'm not here to take over. It's not the Scott Presler show. I'm here to win. And I'm here to right. And it's just been an honor. I never thought this would be my life. You know, if you told me I'd be traveling the country registering voters and cleaning up cities, I would have told you you bumped your head and you lost your mind. But it shows you what we're fighting for is for the American dream.
Amen.
We're fighting for it because Trump has given his life for us.
Yeah.
And as Pennsylvanians, we have the power, and I need you to vote every single year in every single election. With that being said, I do want to give a shout out. Can we thank the Montgomery County GOP for putting on this? And in addition to voting no to the Democrats, are you going to vote for every single down ballot race as well? Excellent. Thank you guys for having me. And I'm sticking around. I will shake every hand, take every picture to that Democrat Shapiro spy. I say two peaceful words. Game on.